watching ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to review the third trailer for Avengers: Age of Ultron. And a very, very good trailer. A lot of fun, you know, considering how the second trailer was. A lot of people were a little bit, you know, man. They picked it up on this one. We got to see a couple of things. You know, they're trying to hide a lot of stuff. They don't want to give too much away. You can only show so much on a trailer before you start figuring out the plot. Seriously, I mean, remember Spider-Man? A lot of people started to figure out Spider-Man when Sony was just blasting with trailers every other day. But this was a nice trailer. We got to see a little bit more of the Hulk and the Hulkbuster fight, and I thought it was very cool seeing him go up the side of a building and Hulk's just pounding on him. We got to see Scarlet Witch and a little bit more of her powers, and before seeing this, a lot of people speculated that initially Ultron was mind controlling the Hulk. I for a fact knew it was Scarlet Witch because that's one of her powers. That's one of the things she does. And we get confirmation of that in this trailer where she's mind controlling Scarlet Witch, it looks like. So kind of wondering if this whole rumor of romance between Scarlet Witch and the Hulk is actually induced, not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow and the Hulk is induced by Scarlet Witch hex power. So we'll have to see. Because that kind of seems like I don't want to say an odd couple. I mean, opposites attract. But, you know, I kind of thought her and Cap might have something based on Winter Soldier. I don't know. Unless you know, Black Widow's just whoring herself out. Who knows? But, so that was very interesting to watch. Now, the thing I loved about this trailer is that it confirmed something that I speculated and spoke about back in September. And during some of my earlier videos, the earlier March of the Avenger videos, where I was kind of going through the actual characters themselves, I discussed how in the comic, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver obviously started off with Magneto, their father, unbeknownst to them in the comic, and then eventually left him to join the Avengers when they realized that he was not exactly fighting for the well-being of people in general, be they mutant or be they human. He was obviously pro-mutant and would eradicate humans if he had to. Obviously, they can't do that in this movie. You know, Magneto is the property of Fox. They can't even use the word mutant. So one of the things I discussed was, well, they could kind of implement Ultron to kind of be their surrogate father. Not that they're going to call him dad in the movie, but he will kind of play that role because I know they're going to want to kind of keep it as close to the comic as possible. So how do you incorporate Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver's origin if you don't have Magneto to pull it off? Well, they use Ultron, and you can see clearly in this trailer more than any other trailer that they are very much in cahoots with Ultron. They start off with Ultron. And much like the comic, I think they're going to see over time that Ultron is dead set on destroying, and they're going to come to their senses and realize, hey, that's not what we're about, and then they'll join the Avengers. So, and all we've seen so far of them is them either kicking the Avengers out. Did I say Rangers a second ago? That's funny. I meant Avengers, but kicking the Avengers' ass, and then obviously moving on with the Avengers once they realize that's not the way to go. But a lot of people who are not hip to the comic will see that it may very well just look like they're bad guys. And I think it's going to, for the people who don't know and the people who are expecting them to be bad guys, I think it's going to be a very wow moment. That's awesome moment when they see that they convert to the good side. Now, the highlight of the trailer, obviously, is we finally got a glimpse at the Vision and his face. I do want to see more. That's not good enough for me, but I'm happy they showed something. That is obviously another big secret. That's going to be something that they really want to leave for the movie because the Vision does play a pivotal role in the comic version of Ultron. And, you know, a lot of people, I don't know how much of the comic I should speak about. This is obviously old stuff. When my father was growing up and this storyline came out. So I don't know how much they're going to duplicate from the comic, but many people know if you read the comic, if you follow the history, Scarlet Witch and the Vision are an item. Now, I don't know if we're going to see that in this movie. It's probably unlikely that they'll explore that route. I don't think they're going to go too deep. You can only go so deep with so many characters, especially when you still have their separate movies and 2 more Avenger movies coming. But he obviously is going to play a very important role. You don't just start being so secretive about this character if he's not going to play an important role. And like I said, in the comic, he does. How much of the comic they're going to put into the movie is unknown. but nonetheless, it's going to be very interesting to see him on screen. He's the one Avenger I've been most excited to see since the whole story and speculation of the movie came out a couple of years back. So I'm very, very excited to see the Vision. I'm glad they showed him a little bit. And overall, the trailer was solid. I mean, obviously, we're still going to have some of those comedy moments. Thor asking, is that all you got? Ultron sending his force. Captain America's like, you had to ask. So that comedy element's still going to be in there. We know that it's going to be a deeper movie, a darker movie. We know he's going to explore the characters more. But I'm very excited about this movie. We're 9 weeks away. The March has begun. Video prior to this began March of the Avengers, or I should say restarted it. I actually started March of the Avengers back in September, and then I kind of slowed it down a little bit. And then once the trailer started hitting, it's like, oh, let's do this. But very, very good trailer. I don't know if we'll see another one between now and May. May's very, very close. Very close. We might see one more, but I think we'll start seeing TV spots more than anything in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So, but nonetheless, Age of Ultron trailer, very good stuff. New scenes, really giving us a little bit more of a taste of what we can expect, but I don't really think we're going to get much more. I'll be surprised if we see a full-fledged Vision in any trailer or TV spot until the movie. So, but it's not a long wait, guys. Almost there. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit ETN's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.